Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of FTB Pyramid Reborn. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a great day. Basically, a couple things I want to do today. I want to automate our mana setup for the Botania that we started last episode. That shouldn't take long at all. It's super easy to automate endo flames. So we'll want to make sure we do that. And then I also think I may want to revamp our mob farm a bit and maybe even set up a tree farm this episode. So I have a lot of stuff that I want to do. But yeah, things are happening. We're getting there. We're making progress. And I'm enjoying this little mod pack very much, if I'm being honest. I'm having a great time with it. So tell you what, let's go ahead and, oh, that goes in here. We have one ender pearl. We're going to need a lot more than one, but that's okay. It's a good start. So let's start with that. Super easy to do. Couple things we're gonna need. First things first, we need a, is it a crate? It's from Botania. Yeah, an open crate. So we need 7 living wood planks. And I think all of our living wood is actually over here. And these can just be turned into planks like so. So we'll take that. And we'll go like so. All right, so there's our living wood crate. Then we're gonna need 1 wooden pressure plate. We're going to need a hopper. And come here, you. And a chest. And then we'll need some redstone and some redstone-y things. Yeah, let's just mine this real quick. There we go. We do still need to keep growing these in the meantime and all that kind of stuff. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna put it ultimately, let's see, right here is where I'll put the wooden pressure plate. So let's go boop, boop, and then boop, boop. And we're gonna put the open crate right there. So basically what the open crate is, if you're not familiar with Botania, this will drop. It's essentially a dropper, except it always drops straight down. Like, stuff can't fly over here. So anything that drops out of here is going to fall on this pressure plate, which is what we want. So then I'm going to put a hopper like so, I guess. Actually, no. That's not where we want it. I think we want our hopper here. And we'll put a chest right there. So basically, what's going to happen, and we're going to need a little redstone, if we have something on the pressure plate, it's going to emit a redstone signal, right? So what we want to do is make sure that stuff is falling here, like, unless there's a redstone signal being emitted. So let's go there, because we need to run this into here, right? And then I believe if I throw that on, all we need to do then is basically, I need like 1 redstone torch, like so. We can just put it there and here. And I think that will work. But then we got to burn out. Yeah, we don't want to burn out. If I do that, same kind of a thing. What if we go there? Yeah, so there it's locked, and this should be locked as a result. Or I suppose we could even bring that up to here like so. So if I throw, say, I don't know, not wood. We don't want to throw wood in there. Not while we're testing. Let's throw like 32 redstone in. If there's something on, more will fall. So basically we actually have this like backwards at the moment. because we need this to be the other way around. So I guess the easiest way to do that is just invert it one more time. And we can just put a torch here, so that'll be off. And then put a block with one more bit of redstone dust on top of it. Like so. Oh, and you gotta go here. Okay, so now, if we throw that on, now that should be, the hopper should be locked. So basically when there's something on the pressure plate, the hopper should be locked. Yeah, good. Okay, awesome. So that totally works. So then all we need to do is fill the chest with charcoal. And that's, you know, super, super easy. And that way we have a like super simple automated setup so that we don't need to keep just manually adding charcoal. So I'll take like 3 stacks of charcoal and we'll just toss that into here. So basically these endo flames will absorb it and then more will fall, but the endo flames will use up the previous charcoal before this stuff despawns. That's essentially the idea. And it will slowly fill up our mana pool. Not super fast, but it's something. Okay, so that's all good. Now that we have that finished, let's start working on the next thing. And I think the next thing is probably, I don't know. Do I want to revamp the mob farm right now? I kind of feel like I need some sort of vacuum hopper or something. And a vacuum hopper, like we need obsidian for that. Decisions, right? Let's grab half a stack of saplings here real quick, and let's just toss those into here. Get that going. We want to keep working on this biomass so we can complete that quest. But I think we have everything we need to kind of get started with industrial foregoing. Industrial foregoing. There we go. We have everything we need to kind of get started with this. And this is essentially Mine Factory Reloaded, reimagined and remade for 1.12. So it's pretty cool. The first thing we're going to need with this is a tree fluid extractor. So iron, stone, furnace, redstone. All super, super easy. Let's just grab, well, actually, we got to make the furnace first, don't we? There we go. And then we can just go boop, and there's the tree fluid extractor. This thing does not require power, but basically what it does is if you take a log and place it down, it's going to start extracting latex, and latex is eventually going to be used to make plastic. Oh, rip axe. That's okay. Is going to be used to make plastic, which is what the kind of the basis for like all the industrial foregoing machines. So it's going to be very important that we make that and we have that. Let's just make another axe real quick. There we go. I'm not going to set it up right here, but we'll get there. Okay, let's sleep real quick. There we go. Now, once we have that, it's used to make latex, and latex can be used, or what? There's a thing for this. Is it like a rubber factory or plastic? Oh, what's it called? I forget. I've done it recently in FTB Horizons 3. I just got to remember what the machine is called, because we've got the tree fluid extractor, and then you take that. You know what? Let's just make the. Oh, actually, you know what? There's a knowledge base. I forget. I almost forgot. There's actually a thing over here that has all the books for the necessary stuff. But I remember you make the latex, and then you take the latex and basically turn it into rubber. Let's see here. So getting started, Latex processing unit. That's what it's called. I knew it was something like that. So let's take a look at that. Latex processing unit. And this is iron. This is all totally makeable as well. So we can totally make that. Awesome. And then that is basically going to be kind of the base for everything from industrial foregoing, which will ultimately include the necessary stuff to make a pretty straightforward tree farm. So let's go ahead and make another iron gear. We needed 2 furnaces. Did I actually need? Yeah, I did need an iron gear. And then we need some tin, some glass. There we go. Because we need 1 tin gear. We need a machine frame. And now we have our latex processing unit. So that is good. And then we don't need any of this stuff anymore, but I will need some flux ducts. Good. Good. And actually, I think I need some fluiducts as well. And I don't have any. So if I remember correctly, those were iron and copper? Was it copper and tin? Let me just look it up. Instead of trying to do it from memory. Fluiduct, here we go. Glass and copper. That's what it was. I knew it was something like that. Anyway. There we go. There's that. And then finally, we need one of those. And we're going to need a servo. There we go. Okay. So, where do I want to set this up? I guess I'll just set it up over here for now. So we're going to put the latex processing unit here. We'll put the tree fluid extractor here. So the log that it's trying to harvest will ultimately go right there. And then we'll go fluiduct, servo, like so. And then finally, I'm just going to wrap a flux duct around so this thing actually gets power. So easy enough. And what's basically going to happen is it will take the latex and ultimately turn it into usable stuff that we can make plastic with. So let me just grab a log. We'll just put it right there. And this is really slowly going to extract latex, which will end up in here. This thing, oh, it also needs water, doesn't it? I totally forgot about that. Tell you what. Let's grab this stuff back. And since we already have an infinite water source over there that's running through fluiducts and stuff, let's just take advantage of that and let's set that up over. Let's set this up over here as well. There's not a lot of space, but I think that's okay. So we'll put the latex processing unit here. We'll put a fluiduct there, so this thing will get water. We'll put another fluiduct here. We can still get to this thing. Tree fluid extractor there. Servo there instead. And now this thing will get latex. It has the water, and it will slowly start making tiny rubber or something like that. It's called something along those lines. So that's all good. Okay. So we're good there. Put that away as well. We should, come to think of it, we should probably expand that area just a tiny bit so we don't have stuff like hanging so close to the edge. Let's just bring this out like that far, I guess. I'm going to put a torch here. And what I'd really like would be a way to put this block down automatically. So let's just see. Do we have any sort of like block placer? I've got one from Industrial Foregoing. That's kind of annoying. The auto placer from Actually Additions. Again, can't make that yet. And I think that's about all we have as options for the moment. So I think for the time being, I'm going to have to replace this manually. But we don't need tons and tons. Well, I mean, ultimately, we're going to need tons and tons of this tiny dry rubber. But I think for now, we're probably okay. The other thing we could do is make a second tree fluid extractor, because, I mean, you saw the recipe. It's not, like, ridiculously difficult. We could make a couple more of those. What do they take? Iron, furnace, redstone, and then we would need more servos as well. But let's just say I want 2 more iron gears, 2 more furnaces, and therefore 2 more tree fluid extractors. We can grab the logs. And then basically, oh, and I need 2 more servos as well. Servo. Boop, boop. Lovely. And we can just say, like, you go there, you go there. We'll go like this. Sever that connection. This presents a slight problem. Because what I need, I don't want this to be filled up with water. I need that to be filled up with latex. I suppose what we could do is run that one like so, and yep, careful. Do that. And then we can get rid of this and this one. And then the water is still contained here. But I think that'll work better. And then we just go boop, boop, boop. Ignored, ignored, ignored. And then finally, it's just a matter of going 1, 2, 3. And all 3 of these will start moving latex into the latex processing unit. And then you get this tiny dry rubber. 9 of these, if we look at tiny dry rubber, 9 of these make a single dry rubber, and then the dry rubber you smelt, and it turns into plastic. So that's basically how that whole thing works. This might actually be 50 buckets. Possibly. It's probably fairly close. Let's just see here. If I break that, how many buckets is this? We have 50 buckets. Awesome. So now we can go and complete our quest over there. Or our task or challenge or whatever you want to call it. It's multiple names for the same thing. So, hey, you. Please be harvested. Thank you. Put that there. We've got our fluiducts. We should be good. So basically all we need to do is pump this biomass into right here. And then once that's done, we're good to go. So let's just go boop and boop. And we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Servo, servo. Ignored, ignored. And now we should be getting biomass. Yep, that's filling up. And we'll have 50,000, which will give us sugarcane coal and nickel, which is super important. The nickel is what we needed more than anything else. So that's real good. The other thing we could do, I suppose, is we could run some conduits over and start working on the RF one. You guys told me that this tablet is actually pretty amazing. Right here, an Amadron tablet. Apparently, you can essentially order stuff with it. It's like a shopping tablet thing. It seems really cool. I've never heard of it before, and I've never played around with it, but I'm super excited to try it out. So I think RF is probably going to be something that we want to start working towards fairly soon. And I don't think it'll take that long. If we get a couple of furnace generators going and stuff, like, we should be good. We've got a bunch of extra RF over here that we're not using right now. I mean, I would need to make a ton of flux ducts, but I don't know that that would necessarily be the worst thing in the world. And this is all done. There we go. We have nickel. I'm so happy about that. So let's get our tanks back. We'll break that stuff out since we don't need it anymore. And now we have sugarcane, we have nickel, and we have coal. Fantastic. Okay, so first things first, let's start duplicating nickel. Because we don't have any of it right now, and we kind of want to have nickel. And I don't know, can I duplicate sugarcane? It doesn't appear so. That's fine. We can just grow sugarcane. And that'll be, like, totally doable. I'm just going to put this down here for the minute. We'll worry about we'll set up a proper sugarcane farm later. I'm not going to worry about it right this second. How are these doing? They're getting there. How are we doing on tiny dry rubber? We're getting there as well. Awesome. We'll just kind of let that run for a bit. I'll kind of keep an eye on it and add stuff to it as needed. So you go here. Okay. So we've got that automated. How we doing over here on mana? Not a lot, but we're getting there. What we are really looking for is the alchemy catalyst right here. This is really all we care about. We do need blaze rods. It is possible to make blaze rods if we get blaze powder. I totally, didn't think of that. Well, you guys have also told me that maybe blaze rods can be purchased from that tablet thingy. So maybe that's the way forward. Because the whole reason I was going to do this was so I could get blaze powder using the alchemy catalyst. But like a genius, I forgot that I actually need blaze rods to get there. And yes, I know if I go into the nether and I, slab my way out far enough, there are nether fortresses, but that just sounds miserable. And I don't really want to do that if I can avoid it. I'd like to find other ways. So maybe we try working towards this RF thing and just seeing if we can get something to work for us there. So let's see. Let's make some more flux ducts, first of all. Flux duct. Let's just make, let's see, we need lead, glass, and, okay, easy enough. Give me a little bit of lead as well. Let's just make a few of these. 24 should be plenty. And then we're using furnace generators. We've been using those. They've been going well. I'm going to stick with them. So we need a couple more machine blocks. I don't have any chests in there. That's fine. Let's just make a couple. One more. There we go. So redstone, iron, yeah, okay, easy enough. Like so. Make me a few of these machine casings. We need some cobble. We probably want more cobble than that. I don't know that I want 8 furnace generators. That's probably kind of overkill here. But let's do 4. And we'll say, you make me 4 furnace generators. Okay, there we go. And then we want item conduits, servo, and I think let's just go ahead and make another one of those. So we'll make another chest. Oh, come back, you. And we'll make another basic drawer like that. That should be basically everything we need for this. Put those machine casings away. This is all fine. Yeah. Okay. So what we'll do is right here. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take leadstone flux ducts and run those into here like so. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 with a drawer right there. I don't have my my crescent hammer on me at the moment, unfortunately, but that's fine. So we'll do something like this, and then finally, we should have, yeah, look how much charcoal we have in here. Let's just grab, like, a ton of it, and we'll just distribute it all into here. And then basically, we'll take, we'll take a couple stacks and just toss it into each of these, throw a servo there, ignored, and basically this thing will fill these guys up. So now we should be generating RF. Yeah, we're generating RF. It's gonna take a while. This isn't like the ideal setup or anything like that to blast through this as quickly as possible, but it'll get the job done. And it'll give us access to that tablet, which I think is the way forward. So thank you for those of you who told me about that tablet. I thought it was something else, but I was mistaken, and I'm fine with that. You know, sometimes, especially when I'm playing with mods that I haven't really played around with a lot before, sometimes I'm gonna make mistakes. That's just the way it works, and that's okay. So let's do that, and then we'll cook this, and that will turn into plastic, like so. And then we can use this to make other machines and all sorts of stuff. I will say though, guys, I think I am out of time for this episode, so I gotta call this one right here. My friends, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.